I actually I grew up around here. I'm from Fairwood. Is there anyone from Fairwood?
Yes.
Oh. Where about in Fairwood are you? I grew up in Carriagewood, right across the street from the park.
Oh, I'm right at the very first entrance, third house.
That is fantastic. Yes, right on. So right on. So my family used to come here, and we would go to the 12 o'clock mass. Is it still the 12 o'clock?
12:30.
Yeah, because we showed up at 12:30. We left Fairwood at 12.
Still time.
And we rolled into St. Anthony's. So we left, where Fairwood is, and we left there for the noon mass. We would leave at noon, and then we would arrive at St. Anthony's. And then there was no parking because everyone's already here. So we'd find parking. We'd open up the doors, and we'd walk in, and there would be this long line. I was like, what's this line? And my dad would say, get in line. I said, okay. So I'd get in line, and then we'd be walking up to the front, and then when we got close to the front, he said, make your hands like this. I said, okay. And then we get up to the front, and then the priest would put this thing in my hand, and my dad would say amen. I said, amen. And then I was like, what do I do with this? And he says, you eat it. As I ate it, and then we'd walk to the back, and we'd stand in the back because we didn't have any seats. And then my dad would say, hey, let's avoid traffic. And we'd drive over and eat Chinese food at Hong's Garden. And that was my experience of church growing up. And I loved it. I thought it was awesome. I was like, man, church is great. It's short. You get food, and we eat Chinese food afterwards. What's wrong with that? It was actually a beautiful experience growing up. Little did I know how much I was missing. But I have a long history here with St. Anthony's and growing up around here and being late. And I know that they would change the mass times to accommodate people like us, but as soon as we knew that the mass time is now 12:30, then we would leave our house at 12:30, and that's kind of the way I grew up, and that was kind of the faith in my family. But it was still a beautiful thing, and I still appreciate it. Later on, when I became a teenager, my friends would talk about, hey, how you're a Catholic, and tell me about Mass. And I was like, I actually have no idea what happens there. And when I was in high school, I thought to myself, man, I better start going on time to figure it out for myself and discover what it is. And when I started doing that, I was like, oh my gosh, did you know that they read the Bible at church? This is amazing. I had no idea they did that. Really, my junior and senior year of high school was the first time I had discovered any of that kind of stuff. And it was amazing. And you can imagine kind of what I thought about everything if I had no idea or no concept of what church was or what it meant to be a Catholic or a Christian. And that's all part of a backstory, but I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about families. I mean, I come from a family. And now I have a family with 3 beautiful sons. There they are, wandering around. They're going to wander around a lot. They enjoy that. And my beautiful wife, Aaliyah. And it's really a joy and a pleasure that I get to spend some time with you here at St. Anthony. So it's really spiritually resonant for me.